July the 17th, 2014. Malaysian Airlines plane was conducting a regular flight from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur. Communication with the Boeing was lost at 4 p.m. At that time, it was above separatist-occupied part of Donetsk region. This video became viral. The reaction of occupied Terez locals is shocking. Beautiful, thanks God! The Russian proxies were happy as well. They thought the Ukrainian army plane was downed. Then so-called defense minister of self-proclaimed Donetsk Republic wrote about the crash on Facebook, but quickly removed the post when he realized the crashed plane was an international civilian flight. 283 passengers and 15 crew members died. Russian media were the first to come to the scene of the disaster, and the war for truth began. The militants immediately started to prowl at the crash site. They gathered the black boxes, liner wreckage and even personal belongings of passengers. Neither OSCE monitoring mission nor international experts were allowed at the scene during the first days. I am in charge here. The first Ukrainian argument on who actually downed the MH17 was the intercepted conversation between terrorists. After the initial analysis of their own data, General Staff of Ukraine stated the Malaysian Airlines plane was shot down with a missile from Buk complex delivered from Russia. A day before the catastrophe, this convoy drove through several towns and was filmed by the citizens. From the day of the tragedy until now, Russia, who possessed the main evidence taken by militants, said Ukraine is responsible for the catastrophe. First scenario included a Ukrainian jet. Last week the jet disappeared and Moscow turned to a new version. Only this time it was a Ukrainian one. Downing of the plane became a turning point in relations with Russia and the civilized world. Citizens of 18 countries were aboard. Each and every one of their relatives or friends not only demanded truth but also started their own investigations. All that Kremlin can do was hold the truth, hold the evidence and produce theories. For example, the book shot was Putin's assassination attempt, or a special op inside the liner, or even the passengers and crew were already dead and they were placed in the plane on purpose. Nevertheless, most experts who conducted independent investigations said that the MH17 was shot by a Buk missile. Bellingcat investigators proved that Russia provided false satellite images to blame Ukraine, but the US experts, using their satellites, restored that day, minute after minute. Today's first official report of the International Commission says that a missile was launched from separatist-controlled territory of Ukraine, from Russian Buk with a crew and trained again in Russia. Ukrainian Buk complexes were too far away from the plane. The next step in this sad story is organising an international court, which Russia also opposes.